Hey there, I'm Tyler Lunsford, and you're watching a review of Tim Ellis and Vanishing's iDrop. What is up, people? My name is Tyler Lunsford, and welcome back to another magic trick review here on the channel. Now, if you're new here, then definitely please consider subscribing and take a look at the channel, my past reviews. Now, if you're new here, then welcome. Thanks for stopping by and spending some time today. I really do appreciate it. I really do. Thanks for being here, because you didn't have to be, but I'm glad you clicked on my face, and I hope you leave this video learning something about iDrop. Now, if you would like to help support the channel, because I know this is a bit early, and if you're new here, then you're probably like, why is this person already asking me to support the channel? Well, it helps me keep the lights on in here, and just helps me keep putting out more magic reviews and more content for you guys. So if you'd like to check out my website, tylerlunsford.com, there you can purchase merchandise that's worldwide, free shipping on all merchandise, or you can support me on Patreon. There, become a patron, get some cool benefits. But with all that said, let's get right into a review, okay? Because that's what you're here for, and I'm glad you're here. We're gonna get into it right now. One more thing before this video does get started, I do want to say this product was sent to me by Abstract Effects to be reviewed, but they actually don't sell this product on their website. They're not a full retailer of magic, which means they only sell their own stuff, so you know that you're truly getting an unbiased review right now when you watch this video, because they don't even sell this product. They're helping me out with the channel, helping me buy some more magic, so that way I can do these reviews for you guys and put out more reviews for you guys. So thanks so much to Abstract Effects for helping me out, and hopefully you get something out of this video as well. So let's go ahead and get right into this video. First off, you need to know what actually is iDrop. The effect is simple. You place a spectator's phone in a protective see-through mesh bag. While they hold the bag, the cell phone falls through an apparent hole in the bag and smashes into pieces when it hits the ground. Of course, their actual phone is safe and hidden in a secret compartment in the bag. When you ditch this prop, you can use this opportunity to load the phone wherever and however you would like. iDrop comes with both the ingeniously gaffed bag that switches any borrowed phone for a decoy and the breakaway decoy phone itself. This phone mimics the size, weight, and shape of all modern phones, including the iPhone. When it hits the ground, it breaks into what looks like many pieces. Actually, it's just 3 pieces that are easily reassembled during reset. This can be used as a gag, which is hilarious for social media, or to prank your friends. But its true value is on stage, where you can momentarily convince an audience that a phone has been utterly destroyed right in front of their eyes, only to make it reappear in one of the most unexpected places, fully restored. Here are some frequently asked questions. Does iDrop work with any phone? Yes, you are supplied with a gimmick black colored iPhone, but in the instructions, Tim gives you direction on what to do if the phone looks slightly different than the gimmick you have. Is there any real risk of the phone getting damaged? So as long as you follow the instructions, no. There is a special safety mechanism that is in place that keeps their phone safe and sound. Let's talk about what you'll be receiving if you decide to purchase it. Well, you get a specially gimmicked security deposit bag and a gimmicked phone, plus an extra part that is optional to use. Along with all this, you get a tutorial video that is 25 minutes long. You learn different presentations on that, and you also get a PDF telling you how to make the nest of boxes. There's a black fake iPhone with an optional screen sticker that is the gimmick that you receive. Now that you know what iDrop is and what you'll be receiving, let's talk about some more questions you may have, such as how difficult is this to perform? It's not that difficult to perform at all. The bag pretty much does all the work for you. The only thing you have to do is choose where you want this phone to reappear and do the work to get it there. Now, in the tutorial video, they will teach you a way to do this, and it's super easy and it works great for a parlor setting. But if you're doing this close up, then you probably need to figure out a way to make their phone appear somewhere else instead of this nest of boxes. Is this examinable? Well, obviously if they picked up the decoy phone that falls to the ground and breaks into a few pieces, they're gonna clearly be able to tell it's not their phone, because it's not. But you're not going to have them do that. What you're going to have them do is just basically be there on stage to witness a phone falling, and the whole audience gets to witness this as well. A phone is going to fall onto the floor, break into pieces. You will go pick it up. You will put it in the vanishing, whatever way you want to make it vanish, and then you will load it into the nest of boxes. So the spectators really never get to examine anything, and it is their phone, they think, at first, and throughout the routine, you keep convincing them that it is, but in reality, their phone is always going to be safe and nothing's going to happen to their phone. The bag itself is not examinable, so they cannot hold that either. How are the angles for this effect? Well, this is a little bit difficult to answer just because the actual action of switching the phone, using the bag, that's all covered by the bag, so that's 360. Now, the action of loading their phone into the nest of boxes, that's something you need to worry about, because you need to have a reason to have the nest of boxes somewhere. You need to have a reason to go into a certain place. So if you're doing this on stage, it's perfect. You can just have a giant case or a bag or something with stuff in it that you keep going back to, right? If you've done stage shows or done parlor shows, you have that. That's what you do. But If you're going to be doing this close up, then I don't really know what you're going to be need to do it, because you kind of have to create your own way to load this phone somewhere else or make it reappear somewhere else. So that's kind of up to you. How's the setup for this effect? Well, there's an initial setup that you have to do if you want to do the same routine that's taught in the tutorial video. You have to build the nest of boxes, and you also have to build another prop, which is the vanishing phone prop. Now, with all that said, that's going to take you a few hours to make or a couple hours to do, just to get that down. That's a one-time thing though. Once you make that routine and all the props for it, you're done. You don't have to ever do any initial setup again, because everything's ready to go as long as you have the props with you. Are there any negatives when it comes to performing iDrop? There are a couple. One is that the gimmick that you receive comes in an iPhone branded thing. Like, there's an Apple logo on it. It says iPhone at the bottom. It looks just like an iPhone. Now, this is easy to cover up, but I just want to say it's a negative because I want you to know about it. This is easy to cover up because Tim talks about it in the tutorial video. Now, when you put the stuff like in the bag, when you're putting the phone in the bag, people can't really tell that it's not their phone. That kind of drops to the bottom of the bag because it falls out immediately, right? So they're going to know that it's not their phone if it falls to the ground and cracks into pieces. At least for that moment that it does fall, they do think it's theirs, and then once it cracks, they're like, oh, that's obviously not my phone, because they would do that to my phone. So I don't really think that's that big of a deal, but I do want you to know about it. Another thing is you have to use a phone that's not in the case. So when you ask someone, hey, can I borrow a phone, maybe you just have them hold the phones up in the air and have a large selection, so that way you can like clearly see what has a case on it, what doesn't, and what's an iPhone and what isn't. So that way you can make your best choice when selecting, oh, you're going to help me, because in your mind, they have an iPhone, it doesn't have a case on it, that's the phone I'm using. But there might have to be a little bit of tricky ways around that if you can't find anyone that does. That's why I want to include it as a negative. One more negative is that the tutorial video, I really wish they'd have shown how to construct the actual vanishing phone prop. That would have been really nice to see. I really wish they would have done that. They do give you like a PDF that talks about the nest of boxes and how to make this other stuff, but I would have liked to see a video tutorial. I mean, why not? You already have Tim Ellis in the studio filming this. You might as well just have him make the props. I would have really enjoyed seeing that. But with that said, this is my final negative. The phone is supposed to break, right? I get that. It's supposed to break into 2 or 3 pieces once it hits the ground. When I dropped this phone for the first time, it cracked right here. I don't know if you can see that at all. Maybe you can't, but it cracked like right here, which is fine. I don't mind it cracking. I dropped it the second time, and this piece popped off. So as you can see, this thing is going to fall apart, and I didn't drop it from that high. Like, I didn't just throw it up in the air and let it land on concrete. This was on a kitchen floor that it did this part to it, the cracked phone, where the piece actually fell off the second time I dropped it. So I'm worried that this phone isn't going to hold up for as long as I'd like it to. You can buy replacement phones. I don't know how much they are. I did contact Vanishing to ask if I could, and you can. I don't remember how much they actually were, but it kind of sucks, because I want something that's going to last. I know I'm beating this up. I know I'm dropping it. But if pieces keep chipping off like this, I'm not going to have anything to drop. What are the positives when it comes to performing iDrop? I love the routine. I think it's a really nice routine that you can build into some really cool, clever scripting and jokes, and so you can have a comedy like presence if you'd like to, or you don't have to do that if you like to. It really just goes on to the scripting. But this is just a really cool routine that can take up some time in your show if you would like it to. I just love that you do get a tutorial video that shows you a full routine instead of just, hey, this is a switching phone, fake phone device, stuff like that. So I love there is a routine there. Another thing I like is the actual bag itself can be used as a forcing bag. I hope, and I don't know if there is, but if there isn't, they should definitely do this. Vanishing Ink, please make a way to where I can buy additional bags, actual forcing bags, because I see myself using this for different stage routines that don't involve this premise with making a phone fall out of the bag. Just because I think the forcing bag has some really cool, neat opportunities there and some really cool ways you could use it, and they even talk about some additional ideas for using this as a forcing bag in the tutorial video. But yes, please make the forcing bag additional like props, accessories that you can buy if you would like to buy more. I think that'd be a really nice addition. What's this retail as? Well, it's currently retails as $50 US, and is that a fair price? Kind of. I think it should be more like $45, just because while you are getting a full routine, I love that, you do have to go out and buy props to make that full routine. You have to buy the nest of boxes, you have to buy the other props to make the phone vanishing prop, you have to go out and possibly buy replacement phones if you perform this a lot, which perform it a lot, you're getting your money's worth. But you will have to spend money to buy replacement phones if you're dropping this phone a lot and you want to go buy replacements, stuff like that. So I think it should have been a little bit cheaper. I would have liked to see it for $45, but with all that said, still a great routine, a great actual product with a lot of potential. What would I give this out of 10? I'm going to give this a 9.4 out of 10. I know I listed several negatives, but those don't really impact me when I'm performing this because I feel like it's pretty easy to get around some of those. Now, the only thing that I did dock it for is that you will have to probably buy replacement phones, because I wish that even though this is something you're dropping and you need it to break, I wish it was just a little better well made so it wouldn't break and I wouldn't have anything left after so many performances. That would have been nice. But I love that there's so many opportunities with using this forcing bag for other things instead of just using it to put an iPhone in and drop it out the bottom. I do love the prop. You can use it as a gag or you can use it as an actual routine. I love a lot of things about it, but it also has some things that I think you should know about, and that's why it gets this score. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you'd like to purchase iDrop, the link for it is in the description down below. Now also in the description is a link to my Instagram page. There you can follow me on Instagram at TarLawrenceOrMagic. There I post all sorts of behind the scenes, Q&As, sneak peeks, all sorts like that. So definitely check that out if you'd like to, or comment down below on this video if you have any questions and I will try to answer them to the best of my ability. If you'd like to support the channel, then definitely check out TarLawrenceFord.com. Check out the merchandise section there. Really cool designs, at least I think so. I love them. Free worldwide shipping on all merchandise. Check out the website. And also, thank you to you for watching and making it this far in the video. It means a lot that you stuck around, so thanks a lot for that. Also, thank you to Abstract Effects for sending me this product so I can do this for you beautiful people out there. And without further ado, hopefully I'll see you in another video that I post sometime soon. See ya. Vanishing inks?